Welcome back and welcome to another tag video. I feel like it's been a while since I did a tag video, but I have a couple coming up for you, so you're in luck. I will leave a playlist of my tag videos linked up here in case you're interested to watch any of the other ones. This is the mid-year book Freakout tag, which I have done, I believe, the previous 2 years. I definitely did it last year. I feel like I did do it in 2017 as well, but it's a good way to stop and take stock of the books that I've read so far this year, and also look forward to the rest of the books that I want to read for the rest of the year, which as always is basically all of them. So the first question is the best book of 2019, which is like such a hard question to answer. Basically, if I have made a standalone video about a book, it means that I have really loved that book. So I'll leave my book reviews playlist linked up here as well, and you can see the books that I've talked about in entire videos so far this year, and that will give you an idea of some of my favourite books that I've read this year, because some I've done as rereads that I've absolutely loved. I've loved some non-fiction, I've loved some debut novels, so it's just too hard a question to answer. I will of course leave all these questions linked in the description box, as well as a link to the original video and a link to my previous book, mid-year book Freakout tag videos. It's quite a mouthful. Question 2, the best sequel of 2019. This is slightly easier to answer because I've only read a couple of sequels this year, and one of them features further down the list, so this was basically the only one I was left with, but I did absolutely love it and could be one of my contenders for best book of 2019, and it is of course I Heart Hawaii by Lindsay Kelk. I will eventually have a finished copy of this one, probably not long after this video actually goes up, because I have a signed copy winging its way over here from England, but this is definitely the best sequel of 2019, and I have a whole video talking about this and Lindsay's other books, which I will leave linked up here for you in case you want to see me fangirling over this author who I love. Question 3, new release you haven't read yet but want to. Obviously this list is also endless because I have a whole load of books back here that could have made it onto the list, and then a couple of ones that I got at Book Expo that are already out or already out now this video is up. However, I picked Hope and Other Punchlines by Julie Buxbaum. I have tried to get this off, but it's really stuck, so that's why the sticker's on there. You know I love Julie Buxbaum, I've loved her previous novels, and so I'm really excited to get stuck into this one, and it is a beautiful book. This could be contender for most beautiful book, which is a question further down the list, but it made it onto this question instead. Someone's also told me that I will absolutely love this book that has read it. They specifically recommended this to me. I love the author, I was always going to buy it, so I treated myself to a lovely finished copy. Then we have most anticipated release for the second half of 2019. Basically, everything that is on my Book Expo book haul, which I will leave linked up here if you haven't seen it. I also recently did a blog post over on my blog. My blog's always linked in the description box, but I will link this specific post, which is answering this question. It's like top 10 books you're looking forward to for the next half of the year, and there were tons and tons I could have put on there. I think I did end up putting more than 10 on there, but I am very excited for a couple that I have proof copies of. This one is Living My Best Life by Claire Frost, and this is a debut novel, which I'm so excited. This comes out in the UK in September. I absolutely love Claire Frost and the books that she talks about. We always have amazing conversations. She's just a lovely person, and I'm so excited to read her book, and I can't believe I haven't read it yet, and I should read it, and everything else on this list. So yeah, this one I want to highlight, and also one that I have already read that's coming out in November, and that is Messy Wonderful Us by Catherine Isaac. Catherine Isaac is the author of You Me Everything, which was published like worldwide and did amazingly worldwide. So if you like that, you will definitely like this. I will try and remember to leave pre-order links for both of these in the description box, because they are definitely worth a pre-order click. Then we have disappointment, biggest disappointment of 2019, and this is where the field of sequels was narrowed down slightly, because I was really disappointed by Two Can Keep a Secret by Karen McManus. I have loved her previous 2 novels, and I was excited for Two Can Keep a Secret. I had a pre-order hold on it at my library. I got it as soon as the copies came in. I was the first person to have that copy, and then I was just really disappointed. It just fell short on so many levels for me, and so it was quite easy to pick it for this particular question as well. Then the biggest surprise is a buddy read I did with my friend Jenna, and this is a book I bought. It's a book I bought through Book of the Month, so you might be thinking, well, why were you surprised that you liked it when you'd actually spent the money on it? But this was A Woman Is No Man by Etaf Rum, and I was attracted to it because of the description and especially because of the setting, but the book was just so much more than I was expecting it to be on so many levels. It was just compelling and heartbreaking and informative and interesting and relatable and timely, and so yeah, it was the biggest surprise in the sense that I loved it. I thought I was going to enjoy it, but I just absolutely loved it. I really, really, really liked it. Then we have newest favorite new author. So this author is new to me this year. I have read her first 2 novels and absolutely loved them, and I went to an event with her which I vlogged, so I will leave that linked up here, and that is Ashley Poston. I read Geekerella, I listened to it on audiobook, and then read the follow-up spin-off set in the same world novel, The Princess and the Fangirl. The Prince and the Pauper gets a Geekerella style makeover in this fairy tale for those who believe in the magic of fandom, and I'm very excited to be safe in the knowledge that there is a 3rd book in this world coming out, because I just love these books have it all. I talk about it more in that video, and I did this one as a buddy read as well, so I've had some really good quality buddy reads this year so far. Buddy reads for the win, definitely. Then we have newest fictional crush, and I was thinking about this one, and I was really sort of racking my brains thinking about it. So I'm going with a non-fiction author that I read and loved this year, who I've been following on Instagram for a long time and absolutely love her on there, and that is Megan Jane Crabbe, author of Body Positive Power, which is just like such a colourful, amazing book. I bought it on audiobook because I really wanted to listen to it and just loved every minute of it. I love her, I love the stuff that she talks about, I love the content that she puts out, whether it's this book or her posts on Instagram. So she is not a fictional character, but in the world of books that I've read this year, she is my newest crush. And then newest favourite character. This book I absolutely loved and have made a standalone video about, so if there's links left I will leave it linked up here. But this character just blew me away by how strong and how informed and how just kind of like how much common sense she had. I love the fact that she had so much common sense, and that is Bree from On the Come Up by Angie Thomas. Bree is a rapper. She has a lot of obstacles coming against her and has a lot of obstacles to face over the course of the book, but she just deals with them in a classy, amazing way, considering the fact that she is only 16, and I just love that about her. So she is definitely my new favourite character, and she was quite an easy pick as well. I was like, yes, I want to highlight this character. As I say, I talk about it a little bit more in the video that I made about this book, reviewing it, sharing my love for it. Then a book that made you cry. If you have seen my June wrap up, you will have seen that this book made me cry for the last like 15 to 20% of of what I was reading. I read it on my Kindle. So yeah, this is Half a World Away by Mike Gale. I was so invested in the two characters in this novel who are quite literally half a world away from each other. I just absolutely loved them, and so when we got towards the culmination of both of their stories at the end of the book, I was just absolutely sobbing. Proper tissues needed for this one, but I highly recommend it. I love Mike Gale, and yeah, his writing is just, his last two novels have been on another level, and really all the feels for both of them, all the feels. Then a book that made you happy. This is another one that I actually read in June, and it's not that other books haven't made me happy, but this book was just everything I wanted it to be. It literally made me so happy. I remember reading it and saying, this book is just making me so happy. I'm just enjoying it so much. It's such a happy place to be, and I cannot wait for the next book in this series and the next book in this world with these characters. I'm so excited. I'm so here for it. And that is The Paper and Heart Society by Lucy Powery. Lucy is an awesome booktuber, and I've been watching her videos for a long time, so I was very excited when I heard that she'd got a publishing deal, and very excited to read her book, and just very lucky to have read it because it made me so happy. Highly recommend that one. And then The Most Beautiful Book You've Been Bought or Sent. As I say, Hope and Other Punchlines could have been, because I love that watercolor effect. There have been some really beautiful books this year. However, I ordered a copy of this one because of the beautiful edition, and this is The Flat Share by Beth O'Leary. This one I absolutely loved. It is one of my favorite books of the year as well, and I love the detail on this cover. The US cover just does not compare in any way to it. I don't understand what the US cover is doing. You know, US paperback people, this is what it should look like. I love the details on here. We've got all the raised bits and the 2 cups of tea, and the 2 cups of tea done the different way the characters have them. We've got the cup of tea on the spine, we've got the gold on the spine, and then we have those gorgeous sprayed edges. And if that wasn't enough, the advert that begins the book and sets off the whole chain of events is on the end pages. Like, they've thought about this. It's on both sides as well. This is a well thought out book. Even the fact that this bit's like metallic. So good. Definitely, this was an easy choice. It was between this one and that one, and since that one was already on another question, had to be that one. Then, what books do you need to read by the end of the year? For this question, I would just direct your attention to my July TBR to let you know the books that I need to read in the month of July, or that I'm hoping to read in the month of July. I mean, the answer to this question is always just like everything behind me, basically, and everything that's in the library, and everything that I'm going to be buying, and everything that's on my Kindle, and everything that's on my Audible app. Also, my Book Expo book haul will give you an idea of the direction my reading is going in as well, because I want to read all of those books. Otherwise, I wouldn't have brought them all the way back from New York with me. So that is the short answer to that question. All the books, but in particular, those in my July TBR and those in my Book Expo book haul. So yes, there we have it. I'm not going to tag anyone in particular in this because I know a lot of people will be doing it. This tag's been going around since 2015, so people have been doing it every year just like I have. I really enjoy doing this. As I say, it gives me a chance to take stock. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments if you agree or disagree with any of the answers to the questions that I've given. I will be back with another video very soon, so make sure you are subscribed so that one lands right in your subscription feed. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you then. Bye.